Sorry for the interrupt. So in a computer network, we will use two terms, and one is server and the other is workstation. So what is a server and what is a workstation? Can someone define it if you know?
Server means main server, sir. Main.
Okay.
Is piece of computer hardware of software that provides.
Sorry?
A piece of computer hardware of or software that provides functionalities.
Okay.
Server is a device.
Yeah, nice. Who is that? Can you define more? Yeah. Say device.
A piece of computer hardware.
Yeah, you can better you write the definition for it, or simply you can remember that a server is an application or a device.
Yeah.
And that has the capability to provide services to its clients. Means the client may ask something and server has to respond. If there are 5 systems in the lab, and if one system can be make it as server. Server and either peddaga room lo the device la it can be any application or a device that has to respond to its clients. And who are the clients? Suppose if you try to access the Facebook website, and your device will be a client, and from where you are getting the information regarding the Facebook, the device will be treated as server. That's it. And if you are chatting with your friend, and if he asks something, and if you are replying, your device will be the device which is replying will be treated as a server, and the device which is asking some questions will be treated as a client. So simply you can define it. Server is it's a device or an application. It is a device or an application that can provide services to its clients. Then what about workstation? Anybody?
It is going to work under a server, sir, in different areas.
A simple definition, can you say?
Destinations.
More I need.
Group of computers powered connected to a.
Yeah, you can see, you can write that.
High performance computers.
A workstation is a personal computer or a laptop. That's it. It is a personal computer, PC, or
Workstation is a user.
No. It's a device only. It's a personal computer or a laptop that has the capability to process the data. మనం ఇచ్చిన డేటాని ఏ విధంగా ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తే అది వర్క్ స్టేషన్ అంటారు. ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ద బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫర్ వర్క్ స్టేషన్ ఇస్ కంప్యూటర్ ఆర్ ల్యాప్టాప్. డేటాను ప్రాసెస్ చేయాలి. వాట్ ఇస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ సర్వర్ అండ్ వర్క్ స్టేషన్? ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్వర్ ఇస్ టు రెస్పాన్స్ టు ఇట్స్ క్లయింట్స్. ఇఫ్ సమ్ information is asked by some other device, then this device will reply. This is called server. And workstation is, the duty of workstation is it will do some process of the data. Means if you try to listen some music, that computer will process the data. You are going to search for some music file, and that will be shown, and the data will be processed like in terms of audio file. If you want to watch a movie, how can the device knows to display or to play the video? The process will be done by the device. The device is called, within the device, that is called workstation. The server is, the role of server is to respond to some other device which is not there inside that, and the workstation, the role of the workstation is to process the data within the system. The example workstation is a computer or a laptop or mobile or something else. So this is the difference between server and the workstation. So what are the uses of these computer networks? Without a network, is it possible to purchase something online?
No.
No.
No, sir.
So that means that computer networks with support for the business like e-commerce to communicate the business people electronically. And if there is no connection to your computer, to your mobile, there is no connection with anybody. You have a device that could be a laptop or a computer or a mobile. There is no internet, whatever the connection, it could be internet connection or LAN cable or something else. You don't have any communication, any connections to the outside world. You have a device, but you are not having any connections. Is it possible to access, to see the Facebook website or Insta website, or to chat with your friend through the WhatsApp?
No.
You don't have any connection. Like you don't have even, you don't have SIM, but you don't have any network.
Without network, it is not possible to.
Yeah, that's right. So here the network will play the key role to communicate with the world. We can access the World Wide Web, www dot something. Without this World Wide Web, we can't access any website in the world. So the computer network will play the key role to access any website in the world, and it will help us to support the business electronically, e-commerce businesses, and it will help to communicate a person to person. If I want to communicate with you through WhatsApp, through Facebook chat, or Insta, or something else, through a phone call, through landline, through this video chat, or anything. So there should be some connection must be established. Without this connection, a person to person communication is not possible. Accessing a website is not possible, and electronically business is not possible, and interactive entertainment is not possible, and many more uses are there with the help of the computer network. Then, so what is the criterion? Means the network criterion. That means what are the criterion that should meet? What the computer network must be able to meet some criterion, some rules and regulations, some procedures. What are the important things of the networks? Some of them are performance. A network must perform well. Means it has to respond very fastly. If I try to access some website like google.com, if I want to open my Google page, that network is the responsibility. If it is good network, and its response time must be very faster, and it should not have any delay, and network communication should provide reliability. Whatever the means that if you're trying to access something, if you're trying to send some message to your friend through a network, if some network get failures, then it has to provide some alternatives. Reliability, if you know the word reliability, network must be reliable. Means we are trusting that one. If something got failure, that has to provide the alternative. A network must provide security. And we have two types of networking. One is point-to-point network, and other is the multi-point network. Point-to-point connection and multi-point connection. Two types of networks are there. So what are the important topics we have discussed in the first unit? Data representation forms and data transmission modes. Next, what is workstation and what is server? And what are the other things we have discussed so far? What is computer network? What is a node? What are the various components of data communication system? that we have discussed. Just remember them. These are very essential to understand the further topics. And then unit 2 deals with the types of the networks. What are the various types of the networks in the computer networking? Have you heard about the word LAN? No idea?
Yes, sir, I do.
LAN is a local area network.
Yeah. Here, unit 2 types of networks are there. In the types of networks, we will discuss about LAN, next MAN,
WAN.
and
NAS.
Next, and we will see some terms. Intranet,
Ethernet.
extranet, internet. These are the terms we are going to discuss about in this unit 2, types of networks. So this is also very important topic for the subject point of view and for the internet, for the exam point of view also. So how this, first of all, how this data can be measured? You should remember the word like
Through packets, sir.
sorry?
Through packets.
Through packets, okay. How this data can be transmitted? Through
a network or Wi-Fi or a Ethernet cables,
I
LAN.
just used some word yesterday. How this, we have sender and we have receiver. How this
Yes,
data
exactly.
message can be transmitted? That is a component of data communication. We have seen Y components yesterday.
Like RJ45, some.
No. I don't want that technical term. The simple term is
Sender, receiver.
And what should be there to send the information between them. Okay, friends? What are the 5 components of data communication?
Message, sender, receiver.
Message, sender, receiver, 3.
Encoder,
Transmission medium. Transmission medium.
Yeah, exactly. Medium. Without medium, there is no communication is possible. In data communication, transmission medium play the key role. That is the transmission medium, nothing but a link between the sender and receiver, or it's a channel between the sender and receiver. What is the capacity of the medium, transmission medium? The capacity of the transmission medium is the maximum number of signals that the channel can carry. Maximum any signals ni a channel carry cheyagaladu, that is the capacity. You can just consider a water pipe. What is the maximum capacity of that pipe? To complete capacity of the pipe. So how this capacity of the medium or link or a channel transmission medium capacity measured? Just remember that it's some important point. The maximum capacity of the transmission medium. Evarandi, a noise enti? The maximum capacity of the transmission medium will be measured in terms of bandwidth and the data transfer rate. Just you remember the 2 words. The capacity of the transmission medium will be measured using 2 words. One is bandwidth and another is data transfer rate. These 2. And what is bandwidth? Can someone say? What is bandwidth? Anybody?
It's kind of in terms of network band.
Sorry?
It's providing. Yeah, it's measured in speed, like network
Yeah, it's
bands, like
measured in speed only.
It measures the frequency range.
Yeah, nice. Frequency range, right. You can write the definition. The bandwidth is the range of frequencies available for transmission medium. Simply you can say the range of frequencies. The range of frequencies available for that medium. ఛానల్లో ఎంత రేంజ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ పాసిబుల్ అవుతుందో దాన్ని మీ బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ అంటారు. If it is having higher bandwidth, then data transfer can be very fast. Higher data transmission will be done. Bandwidth ఎంత ఎక్కువ ఉంటే అంత data transmission. Like simply example, you can bandwidth, you can for understanding purpose, you can take a smaller pipe and the larger pipe. Not in terms of length, in terms of the capacity. You have a very larger water pipe and we have small pipe, and which has the capability to pour the plenty of water, more water. The pipe which is having the high capacity, which is the larger one, will have the capability to pour the more water content. So pipe size ఎక్కువ ఉంటే మనకి ఎక్కువ వాటర్ మనకి ఫ్లో అవుతుంది. ఈ pipe size తక్కువ ఉంటే వాటర్ ఫ్లో అనేది తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. So here the bandwidth is nothing but the capacity. ఎంత capacity దాంట్లో ఉంది. If it is having more capacity, then the data can be transferred very faster, or high level data can be transferred. So bandwidth can be measured in terms of hertz.
hertz.
Sorry?
Hertz.
Yeah, hertz. Frequency can be measured in physics. Frequency, wherever you go, frequency will be measured in terms of hertz. So data, what is bandwidth? It's simply the frequency range is nothing but the capacity of the transmission medium. If the capacity is more, then data can be transmitted a high level. And what is data transfer rate?
The speed of exchanging of data.
No, you can say data transmission is the number of bits transferred between source and destination per second. Oka second low, you have a source, we have a destination, and we have a medium. This is the table. And through this medium, how many bits can you transfer in a second? That is called a data transmission rate. Bits per second. Number of bits per second through a channel. Medium, channel, link, okay. Data transmission rate means how many number of bits is possible to transfer through that medium per second. Consider you have this is the bandwidth, and this is the bandwidth. This is medium M1, this is medium M2. So which medium is having high bandwidth here?
M2.
M2 is having the high capacity. We can transfer like this. Here it's smaller one. So medium is nothing. Sorry, bandwidth is nothing but the capability. So if the bandwidth is more, then we can transmit more bits per second. Have you understood, friend? What the difference between bandwidth and data transfer rate? Data transfer,
Yes, sir.
nothing but
like
the number of bits that is possible through a medium to send from source to destination in a second. ఒక సెకండ్ లో సోర్స్ నుంచి డెస్టినేషన్ కి మనం ఎన్ని బిట్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయగలమో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డేటా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ రేట్. అండ్ బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ సింప్లీ ద కెపాసిటీ, ద రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్, హౌ మచ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్ we can. So that is the difference between the bandwidth and the data transfer rate. And this what you call data transfer rate can be measured bits per second, BPS.
BP.
BPS. Just remember this word. What is the full form of BPS? Bits per second. Bits per second. You know this the small thing. Just I don't want to ask you, but how many bits are there in 1 byte?
8 bits.
Sorry? Everyone, please mute yourself.
8 bits.
Either 0 or 1. Byte means 8 bits, the combination of 8 bits. Next, 1 kilobyte means
1000 bits.
sorry, 1024.
1025 KB.
Bytes. 1 KB is equal to 1024 bytes. Next, 1 MB.
1024 KB.
1024
Kilobytes.
Next, 1 GB.
1024 megabytes.
Yeah, MB. Next,
1 terabyte.
1 TB. 1024 MB. What is the next one?
Terabyte.
Hmm?
Zettabyte.
Gigabyte, terabyte, zettabyte.
Yes, sir.
1024.
Terabytes.
Next, YB, yottabyte.
Yottabyte.
1024 ZB. Next, hexabyte will be there. 1024 YB. Just remember these. These are the basic purpose. Bit means either it can be 0 or 1, and byte means the combination of 8 bits. మనకి మన సిలబస్ చాలా ఉంది ఈ టైం మనకి 1 hour ఉంది సో how this bandwidth will be measured in
gigahertz and megahertz.
Bandwidth will be measured in hertz and data transfer rate will be measured in bps, bits per second.
Yes.
Okay, now we will see the term types of network. The networks are categorized based on the number of devices connected in a network and their geographical locations. Basically, we have 3 types of networks. 3 types of basic networks. Networks are categorized into basic networks are categorized into 3 types. How these networks are categorized? On what basis? The basis of number of devices connected in the network and their geographical location. So networks are categorized based on the number of devices in the network and its geographical locations. We have 3. One is the LAN. So what is the LAN? What is the full form of LAN?
Local area network.
Local area network.
Yeah, local area network. So what it is actually? The LAN is usually it is a private owned or links devices in a single office building campus. The devices which are connected in a single office or a building, the network in the building or a campus or a office, this will be called as local area network. It is generally we will call it as private owned network. Like if I have a network in my home, I have a server, I have a router, I have various devices which are connected to it. Or simply I have 5 computers at my home and everything will be stored in one computer. That will be called as a server and other devices will be called as clients. Simply you say, what can you say about local area network? A network which is established in an office or a building or a campus will be called as local area network.
Just like a closed network, sir.
Yeah, you can say.
Which is private, sir.
Yeah, you can say private also. Basically, local area networks will be one of some privates only. In government organizations also, we can say locally, we can establish local area networks also. Generally, it's private owned networks only. So how can you define a local area network? The network which is established in a building or a office or a campus is called as local area network. There are many more definitions you can define in any way. So how this can be established?
Sorry, couldn't understand.
Sorry,
Couldn't understand. Can you repeat the question, please?
I didn't get you.
I didn't get
Can we
you. Can you
establish-
repeat that?
How can you establish this network?
Connecting multiple devices to a same network.
Yeah. Okay. So what it can be, a LAN can be, is there any, means the limitation of the LAN?
Limitation.
How
of
many
LAN.
kilometers it can be?
150 kilometers.
I don't know
One,
exactly.
below
but
150.
it is
As per
limited to
the
few
LAN
kilometers
cable.
only. The size of the LAN is limited to few kilometers only. Like some people say in some books or some authors will say 100 kilometers or 150 kilometers, like 200 kilometers.
So it can be extended through amplifiers. So
Sorry, Ganesh.
it can be extended through amplifiers and repeaters.
No, that is the other thing. But what is the range? What is the size of the LAN means? It should be in some kilometers only.
Yeah, 150 meters. Below 150.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some authors and some people will define it as 100 kilometers or 150 or 200 like that. So what is the purpose of LAN? Not only LAN, the purpose of network is to use
Exchange the data.
resources. See, friends, I have a computer here, PC1, and I have other computers. This is having huge information, audio files and video files, folders, and text, images, many more things are there in this computer. And
Yes,
this is C1 and this is C2. These computers are not having the information. How these?
So basically, we will share the data through LAN.
Yes, we are having one information, all the information in one computer. If this computer wants to access the images and this wants to access the folders or files, and this computer wants to access audio and video files. So these computers will be connected to access the resources. The main purpose of network is to share the resources. Any network, the purpose of network is to share resources. So for the sharing purpose of resources only, this network will be established. We have three types of networks. One is LAN. Then this is the network which is established in an office or a building or a campus. So basically, it is a private one. The ownership will be by the private only. Some range will be like 100 or 150 kilometers. The number of the size of the LAN will be within the kilometers only. The purpose of LAN is to share the resources. So what are the resources can be? The resources can be like you can see simply we can say some example. The real
Administration.
we have a Xerox shop, and there is there are two or three printers will be there and one computer will be there. If one Xerox machine is busy with printing, and the person will give the printing to other machine, that means that we are utilizing that resource. So in an office, there are 5 computers are there and only one printer is there. All the 5 computers are you consider just 3 computers are there in the office, and we have only a single printer is there. This is C1, C2, and C3. All these computers will be connected to a single printer. This is called utilizing the resources. Printer. So all these computers will be connected to a printer. This will be called as a local area network. And this will also be called as local area network. So what is the purpose of network is to share the resources. What type of resources can be shared in the network? The resources can be a hardware resource like a printer, a software resource like an application. Here, you consider this one, this example. In this example, this computer is not having MS Office here. No MS Office here. It is also no MS Office. But this computer is having MS Office. This is an application. If this computer wants to access this MS Office, this can access through this one. It can do its work and in this, and it can save automatically in this. So the resources can be hardware resources like printer or Xerox machine, or software applications like MS Office and other softwares. And how these LAN workstations or computer will be connected through a medium. It's called Ethernet. We will discuss about what is Ethernet in the upcoming talk. Then the next network type is, it is very, very important. What are the types of networks? LAN, WAN, MAN.
Man.
Yeah. Next network type is WAN or MAN. You can say anything.
Man. Metropolitan
Yeah, nice.
area net.
What is MAN? Metropolitan area network.
We used in city or towns.
Yeah. So, okay, can you give some example?
Like a network provider.
Yeah, nice, excellent. That's the best example. So the network which is established in a city or a town will be called as metropolitan area network. The size of the metropolitan area network is larger than LAN. So
For that example, we can take it as a ISP, sir, Internet Service Provider for the computers, like Act FiberNet.
yeah, nice,
Like those.
excellent. So the purpose of metropolitan area network is to provide the resources to the customers with high-speed connectivity, and throughout the city or a part of city. Consider we have various networks in the city, like JioFiber is there, and Hathway is there, and Act Fiber is there, and Airtel is there, and many more networks are there here. So in some areas, there won't be like JioFiber network, means that is limited to only some particular areas where the network resources is necessary for the people. If you take the remote areas in the city, not remote areas means with the locations which are far to the main city, there may not be a JioFiber network. That's also a network of metropolitan area. So that telephone connection also will be there, like BSNL network provider, and
Yes, sir.
any other broadband. One thing,
Even cell phone signal.
man, some LANs are connected to it. Some particular local area connection, the network
Like
of
municipal office.
The combination of local area networks together of a city will be called also a metropolitan area network. So simply, how can you define the metropolitan area network? Is the network which is established in a city or a town to provide the high-speed connectivity to the individuals or some offices. So next one, WAN, wide area network. What is wide area network? WAN. Anybody?
It is a multiple of LAN and MAN.
Yeah, nice. Any other simple?
To share data between the different places.
Yeah, see what we have defined as simple for LAN. It is the network established in a building or a office or a house or a campus, we call as local area network, and the metropolitan area network. The network which is established in a city or a town will be called as metropolitan area network. Another definition, the combinations of LAN will be called together, will be called as metropolitan area network. And this is wide area
network. Directly connect to the large network.
Means like the network which is established large geographical areas like countries, continents, and even around the world. The network which is established large geographical areas will be called as wide area network. Large geographical areas like a network which is established in a country will be called as wide area network. A network which is established in a continent will be called as wide area network. The network of the world will be called as a wide area network, which is occupies the large geographical area. And the wide area network has the aim of wide area network is to provide data, transmit the data for the long distance. The aim of WAN, wide area network, is to provide data transmission for the long distance. Like the data transmission can be anything: audio, video, text, images, and whatever various forms of data that can be transmitted to the large geographical areas for a long distance. So simply you can define it as a wide area network is a network which is established in a country or continent or around the world will be called as wide area network. Like best example, a real-time example, you can see where is the office of Facebook, or where is the office of Google, means head office or the main server. Where is the main Facebook server is located in which country? It's in USA. So it is a multinational company, and it has the capacity to provide the network to all its clients to utilize its resources. What are the resources? Whatever you do in the Facebook, means you may store your pictures, you may store some text, you may store some files, you may have some information in your account. All this information will be stored in the Facebook server. The server is in the USA that has the capability to provide services to all over the world. So that is a WAN. That is an example for WAN. So WAN can have the combination of MANs and LANs.
Sir, once again, example of WAN.
Example of WAN, multinational companies like anything. Facebook is there, no? Facebook network that is there in the USA. Many more countries people will access it, no?
We can take the example of internet also.
Sorry?
Internet.
Yeah,
I didn't get you. Yeah, internet will also be wide area network. Yes.
I told that.
Is it, sorry friends? So is it clear about LAN, MAN, WAN?
Facebook, sir?
No, multinational. Facebook is a multinational company that has the capacity to provide the services to its clients all over the world. See, Facebook server is there in the USA. Through that server only we are accessing the Facebook resources. Whatever is there in the Facebook resources, particular to our account. One account lo emunne manam ippudu images store chesam ankondi, where that will be stored? That will be stored in a Facebook server. Where it is located in it is in the USA.
Data centers.
Yeah, some data centers. Yeah, you can say. You got any idea about LAN, MAN, and WAN?
Yeah, sir, I do have.
Others, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So just write it in the exam.
So if you don't know about this example, just consider it as a YouTube. YouTube has lot of videos.
Nice. YouTube also. YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, or Google. See, all over the people in the world can access the Google and WhatsApp, no? The servers are located in somewhere. Some other
And we are
different-
using client version of it.
Yes. Through the networks only there. Yeah. Can someone say about what is wireless LAN?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that is an Wi-Fi is the example for wireless LAN. What is wireless LAN? It is a local area network without connectivity. That's it. In a limited distance. How can you define a?
Wireless LAN.
This is other network type. You can say
LAN.
Mobile.
wireless LAN. LAN means connection of computers, connection of devices in a limited area. And wireless LAN means connection of devices without physical connectivity in a limited distance.
Yes, sir.
Connection of devices without any physical connectivity.
Within the range.
Yeah, within a limited area, limited distance, you can say. So this is very popular. And the best example for this one is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is the best example for wireless LAN. LAN is, so just remember, there is a number for wireless LAN in terms of network. Its number is 802.11.
11. Yes, sir.
See, how this wireless LAN is connected?
So basically it creates a node
Through a modem or a router.
switch.
Switch is different and modem is
Route,
different and router is
yeah,
different.
router, sir. We can say router.
Yeah. Wireless LAN can be established through a device called modem or router. What is the role of, what is modem? Modem will have some antenna that enables user to get connected with the devices through the antenna that will spread the signals to the devices. Through the signals, the devices will be connected to the modem. So who will give these numbers to the network standard? There is a organization, IEEE. Just remember this one. This is important one. IEEE. This will assign these numbers. Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. This is an international organization. IEEE is an international organization that will assign protocol numbers to each and different standards LANs. The LANs ki WANs ki numbering ichedi oka organization undi. That is called IEEE. It's an international organization, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. This organization will provide the protocol number to the LANs and WANs. So the Wi-Fi is having the protocol number is 800.11. The 802.11 is the Wi-Fi protocol number that is assigned by IEEE. That's also known as 802.11 is also known as Wi-Fi.
Yes, sir.
What are the other things to discuss? What is the advantage or benefit of Wi-Fi or wireless LAN?
Benefits are very low as compared to LAN. So LAN provides a full-fledged network without any power loss or any packet losses. So we'll get a
Yeah,
full
packet
performance.
loss maybe
No.
yes.
No noise pollution, sir.
No, noise pollution isn't that, but
Noise
packet loss will be
pollution
kept
will not
as
be there. See, this is important one, friends. What are the benefits of wireless LAN? What are the benefits and what are the disadvantages of wireless LAN? It is very, very important one. So you can say some benefits. It is very flexible. No, because no physical wire is required. So I'll write on this on the board.
Yes.
What are the benefits of wireless LAN?
Mobile and independent.
It is very important one topic. This one, benefits of. The first one is flexible. Why it is flexible? In what sense it is flexible? Wireless LAN is flexible because it requires no physical wires to connect it. A cabling system even awesome. Simply we need to get a router.
Yes, sir.
And one more advantage is the frequencies, the waves. It will use radio waves. The radio waves can penetrate walls also, and that can be received by that can be sent and received by throughout the walls and other obstacles also. And
Yes,
మన Wi-Fi connection
Sir.
చెప్పండి.
It is flexible because
No physical connectivity is needed.
No.
No physical waves are
okay, sir.
connected, and the waves of this wireless
Sir,
can
easy to
be,
use.
sorry.
It is easy to use.
Wireless.
Wireless.
The flexibility, in terms of flexibility, what is the flexibility? No physical connection is required, and the waves can also be transmitted through the walls. And next one is the planning. Planning is the other advantage of this wireless. And what is the planning? So we should not require any planning for this to establish wireless Wi-Fi. See, if it is a wide connection and we need to plan from where the cable has to get into the house, and where from what are the disturbances will cause to establish a connection with the wire, and we don't require any pre-plans for this Wi-Fi facility. Simply without having any pre-planning, we can have this one. And the next one is its design. So it's having a simple design with small devices. The advantage of benefit of this wireless LAN is its design. It is designed in a simple way that it's need only small devices. It don't require a larger device like larger workstations and other things. It requires only a small device like modems and routers. So the design is independent of other devices. So simply we need a small devices like routers and other devices. Next benefit is its strongness or robustness. Sorry. We can say consider if there is some fire incident with the physical cable, if the wire got damaged, we won't get any connection. But that is not the situation with the wireless LAN. So even if there is some disaster, it won't affect. Disaster since there is an earthquake, the cable will blast. In that case, we won't have any communication. But that is not the case with the wireless LAN. It requires only signals. So the robustness, the wireless LAN is useful even in the disaster situations. So if there is a flood, the cable will maybe cutted in and that will go. So the robustness in the sense, it will provide the network even in the disaster situations also, even if it is earthquake and flood and some other things, that will provide the network. And the other benefit about this one is its cost is somewhat low. Means if it is a physical network LAN, wide LAN, we need to purchase the device and we need to purchase the cable and the length of the cable. If it is a longer distance, then more cable is required. And for the establishing this cable also, it will be some some cost oriented. So for this one, no need to go for the high level cost. It's only a small amount of money because there is no physical establishment of cable is involved. So cost is somewhat better than the wide LAN. And the other one is, so it is very easy to use. Simply we need to connect it. Simply we need to connect through the either through the username and password. Easy to use. Next, the last one is the expandability. We can expand this by extending the devices. If you want to extend the distance of the covering the distance of Wi-Fi, you can add more devices to establish that to expand the connectivity. So just remember these benefits. This is the flexibility, means no physical wire is required. And planning, no proper planning, pre-planning is required to establish a wireless LAN. And design, the design is very simple and it is very convenient. Smaller devices are required for the connection of establishment of wireless LAN. And robustness, it is very stronger. Even in terms of disaster situation also, it will provide the network for us. And cost oriented, compared to other networks, this wireless LAN reduces the cost of the establishing the connection. And ease of use, it's very easy to use. The thing is, you simply enter the username and password. In terms, sometimes there won't be any password and username are required. Simply you need to connect it and you need to use the network. And expandability, if you want to expand the network, and you can add more devices to expand the network. These are the benefits of wireless LAN, and this is very, 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 very important question. If I say very important, you just concentrate on it. Next, what are the disadvantages? Some disadvantages are there with this. Can someone say?
Yeah, speed and packet loss.
Yeah, nice. That is quality of service. Means
security is less.
Doesn't matter because
yeah, security is also matter. The first one, you can say quality. The second one, well, how can we say the quality is the disadvantage? Because see, if you have the particular bandwidth of the cable, then the data will be transferred, very quality data will be transferred based on the bandwidth.
Yes, sir.
If there is no particular bandwidth for this wireless, so some limitations will be there. There are high chances to get errors due to others' interfaces. There is no proper way, there is no proper channel for this. So there are high chances to get errors due to interface of others. Wherever interfere avachchu. So danlo errors vachche chance ekku untadi. So when we compare to wide LAN, the quality will be somewhat lesser than this wide cable. Next, interface.
Signal problems.
Yes, exactly. That is called interfaces. Some signal problems may occur. Next, it is limited to only for limited areas. See, if I have a Wi-Fi connection at my home, I can go and access it outside.
Yeah, limited range.
Yeah, limited area.
Limited bandwidth.
Next, security. It is less secure than the wide LAN. This is about the advantage and disadvantage of this network. So we have discussed LAN. What is network? Network is the connection of nodes. The node is a device that has the capability to send or receive the message, or it can do both. Then we have seen a bandwidth. What is a bandwidth? Bandwidth is the range of frequencies. Simple terms, you can say it is the capacity of the medium. And what is data transfer rate? Data transfer rate is the number of bits that we can transfer to the medium per second. Oka second lo any bit transfer chestamo danne data transfer rate antamu. If the bandwidth is more, then data can be transmitted. More data can be transmitted.
Yes, sir. We can take the bandwidth of example of Wi-Fi, like a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi and 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. In the recent days, 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi got
Yeah,
famous.
we can consider, yes. Next, we have seen the LAN. What is LAN? Local area network. It is the network established in a office or a campus or a building or a room. It is limited. It is connected through a physical medium. Next, MAN. MAN is the metropolitan area network. That is the network established in a city or a town. It can be covered throughout the city or but some particular areas in the city. The aim of MAN is to provide faster connectivity to the people to share the resources. Next, WAN is the network established in a country or a continent or throughout the world. So MAN, metropolitan area network, can be defined also the collection of LANs, and WAN can also be defined as collection of MANs and LANs. And we have seen wireless LAN. Wireless LAN is a local area network without any physical connectivity, but in the limited area. The network established in a limited area without any physical connectivity is called wireless local area network. Simply we can, best example is Wi-Fi. The port number of Wi-Fi is 802.11. There are some advantages with this wireless LAN. The advantages are flexibility, planning, design, its robustness, cost, and easy to use, expandability. Some disadvantages are its poor quality, some signal problems, and it is limited to only particular areas, and there is some security issues with the wireless LAN. These are the things we have discussed so far. And some more important things are there in this unit 2. That is also very important. They are intranet, internet, and extranet. Can you say what is internet? What is internet?
It is a network.
Sorry?
Network.
I didn't get.
It is a network of networks.
What do you mean by that?
Interconnections.
Yes, nice.
So you are asking about internet and extranet, right? So
No, internet I'm asking.
Connected between the all computers, sir.
Yeah, there is a network. And there is some other network. There is other network. The collection of all these networks will be called as internet. Collection of all networks, or simply we can say networks of networks. Any networks in any internet. Internet is nothing, just sharing of resources from one network to other network.
yes.
So when it is started, 1960. So tomorrow shall we have online class in the evening time? Because we are having only 6 days as per the university, but it is not sufficient to complete the syllabus. So I want to take extra classes, because university timings only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They will give only one particular time for us. But apart from that, I want to take extra classes, other than Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What you say? It's up to you.
But we have a practical from tomorrow onwards.
But I know, see, I want to take a class with my own interest. I won't get any benefit other than a losing of my time.
Okay, sir.
It can be done at evening time, sir.
Okay, sir.
After 7 or 6, or we'll decide that.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir, for extra classes.
Thank you.